In this episode, she was 27 weeks pregnant and locked into the Kansas grind. Just a few days in, her giant disappeared and she was sure that someone else had tagged him. But she didn't fold, she kept pushing, and finally on day 5, it paid off when she walked out with a true Kansas giant. This is one that you don't want to miss. This is Antlers and Hicks. Well, we got a big old good one here for you today, folks. This is probably one of the biggest racks I have seen lately come out of Kansas that I've got to put hands on. This might be the biggest one we've had on the channel thus far. I mean, I know I said that about the last one, but this one might take the cake. So, as we always do, let's count them up and see how many scoreable points we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the right-hand side. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're going to check on this one. I think it's going to make it. So we're looking at 18 scoreable points. Huge inside spread. I'm telling you, this one might have what it takes to score above that 200 mark. I ain't saying, but I'm saying. We're going to find out here in a minute. So what do you think the score is? One of these 4 scores right here is what this rack is. You can pick it out, put it in the comments. I'm going to start making my marks on this deer, and Miss Jordan's going to come over and tell you her story.
Hey guys, Jordan Byrnes here. I got this deer this past week in Kansas. I'm from Bernese, Louisiana. I got him Wednesday morning. I started hunting him Saturday. So spent 5 days in the stand. Had him on camera since 2023. He showed up September of 2023 with the same flyers, same splits. We knew this was a big deer. We were hoping, that we could give him a few years. It just worked out that way, where we couldn't get him in. So, yeah, I sat there Saturday afternoon. I let a good 150s walk, and then on Tuesday afternoon, I decided I'm gonna make a change. I'd have thought he was killed. So, Tuesday afternoon, I made the decision to go sit on another stand. Ended up, I sat on the ground. Stand was not huntable, not for me at least. I'm 27 weeks pregnant, it wasn't working out. So I sat on the ground and I made a decision, I'm going back to hunting. That next morning, got up, didn't even take my quiver with me, didn't take my backpack with me, didn't take my ozonics, me and my bow and my phone. So I was sitting there, I wasn't worried about it. I was on Facebook, messing around. 8:45, I looked up, kept checking the camera every few minutes. Looked up, he was walking straight towards me, about 30 yards. He stood there for 8 minutes, staring straight at me, or eating straight at me on nothing I could do for 8 minutes. Just sat there. So I tried to adjust. I done range the deer feeder, 40 times probably. You know how it is in a stand. And I was like, I don't need to range him. He's 24 yards. I know how far he is, but anyway, he finally turned broadside and took the shot on him. And he looked hurt when he ran off, so I was pretty confident in the shot. He did have a bum leg, so I was like, well, he could have been limping from that. And that was one reason we really wanted to get him killed this year, because he did have a messed up leg. We didn't know what his rack would look like next year. And so I was excited. We let him sit for a few hours. I had to keep my uncle and my big daddy from going down there. They wanted to be down there as soon as they found out I killed him or shot at him. So they wanted to get down there and look for him. I made them wait till 11:30. We finally drove the Ranger down there. I was going to get the bow out of the stand and, so I could walk with my bow while we tracked him. And we were heading down there. My Uncle Josh looked and he said, Jordan, he's laying right there in the field. He was laid right there in the CRP, not even 60 yards from the stand. So that was pretty fun, not even having to track or anything. He was laying right there, and that was pretty exciting. So we let the party begin, and I'm ready to see what he scores.
All right, so we're going to do a little bit different format on this one. I got 2 mics now, so I'm going to pull Jordan in here with me. I'm going to ask her some questions as I'm scoring a deer, kind of make this part of this video a little bit more enjoyable. There's a couple of questions about that story I got to ask her, y'all. I mean, for real. I mean, there's a lot in there that makes it extra special. And, number one, she's growing a whole human being inside of her while she's killing this monster deer. And so we're going to start on the right-hand side, lowest pedicle on the right-hand side. And we're going to come up the backside. You always 45 up the backside. And you're going to run that backside of that main beam real slow. There's a lot of real estate. So, Jordan, I got to ask you. So you had made an adjustment, right?
Yes.
You was going to go hunt another stand.
Yep.
Was you going after that 150 that you passed on?
No, we actually we haven't had a shooter show up there almost 2 weeks, but the rut was kind of starting, you know, so I was like, why not just go sit at a different spot? It was more so I just had to get out of that uncomfortable stand for a day. Because, you know, like you said, growing a whole human inside of a lean-to ain't too fun. So, yeah, I took a break on that stand, but, yeah, it's wobbly and it ain't fun.
I know
so,
that's right.
I went to the ground. And, but, yeah, I didn't really have a deer I was after on that particular stand. I just kind of wanted to make the move and just see if I saw anything different, so.
Well, your right side main beam come up to 22 and 4/8. 22 and 4/8 for the right side main beam. Great way to get started. Now, there's a lot of business right here on this on the first brow tine. You got both of them have split brows, and I had to figure out real quick which one was the mother and which one was the daughter, but that wasn't too terribly bad. So the P1 on the right hand side, 6 and 0/8. It's a great brow tine, 6 and 0/8. All right, that next one. Now there's an irregular point that gave me the devil trying to mark this thing, but we got it done. 7 and 6/8 for the P2. 7 and 6/8. P3, this will be your longest one. 8 and 0/8. 8 and 0/8. Jordan said, they just ain't real long. Well, you got so many of them, they ain't got to be long. Let's see what this one looks like. 6 and 6/8. 6 and 6/8. And then this one. 4 and 2/8. 4 and 2/8. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it for the typicals. Let's look at the irregular points. The IR1 on this side. Three and 6/8. 3 and 6/8. The IR2 on this side. 5 and 4/8. All right. Just 2 irregular points on this side. Got 8 points total, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Let's do some circumference measurements. Oh, goodness. So how's it been with your pregnancy so far? Is it going pretty good?
It's going good. Those first till I got to about 16 weeks, it was rough, but it's not been bad so far. But I knew once deer season got here, this will be not my last free year, but you know how it is.
Oh yeah.
Then she's gonna have to start hunting at some point, so I'm gonna have to let her shoot the big deer.
Oh, it's a
now.
girl.
Yeah, it's a little girl. So
okay.
I'm gonna have to let her shoot the big deer now. So
that's right. You got a 5 and 3/8 inch base on the right hand side. Well, I tell you, I appreciate you as a hunter. Understand, that stand wasn't working, make an adjustment. I think that was the right thing to do for sure.
Yep.
Well, and then, when you're sitting in something you ain't comfortable in and confident in,
yeah,
100% agree with that. All right. What I'm looking for, Jordan, is the smallest spot.
Okay.
So I'm having to search a little bit. It looks like it's going to be 4 and 5/8 for your C2. 4 and 5/8. C3. 5 and 0/8. Hey, y'all, if it looks funny sitting in the bog tripod here, it's because the dadgum head is so big. we couldn't get it down in there. We had to set it off to the side to get the bog to hold on to it. So that's why it looks a little bit. This was a now even though the head was big, the deer he was a bigger deer, but he wasn't as big as what y'all are used to seeing.
Yeah, he was about 50 pounds to 60 pounds lighter than all the other deer I've ever killed up there. So, like I said, he had a bum leg. We don't know if that's really why. If that was why he wasn't, but he may have been just rutted down, a good bit too.
Yeah.
He may have rutted early. So,
Yeah.
and that could be why he was gone for, about 10 days before
I got you.
Before he came in there. So.
All right, your last circumference measurement was 4 6/8. So every circumference measurement was well over 4 inches. Okay, so that's a good size. Let's me and you swap sides real quick. We'll get on that left-hand side.
Sounds good.
All right, so now we're going to get started on the left-hand side of the rack. And this rack has a characteristic I always talk about, the lowest pedicle when you're doing the main beam. This one has it right here. You can see it clearly. This lowest spot is where you would start on the main beam. Is grab a hold of them little lower fingers and then come around, because that counts for the main beam also, y'all. Now, he didn't have that bum leg last year.
In some pictures, I was thinking he did, but I don't believe it was. If it was, he definitely re-injured it in the beginning of the year because it was really big and swollen back in late September.
I got
so.
You. You think it may have which side was it on?
It would be on this side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both sides got a lot of irregularity. And the reason I ask, I had a deer on one trail camera picture. One time, this deer showed up at my place with a club foot on the left-hand side. And on his right side rack, he had a double main beam. And he was a dandy. And I only got one picture of him. Never saw him again.
Wow.
All right, left side, main beam, 24 0/8. That's impressive, girl. That is crazy impressive. 24 0/8. That's a product of that little bit right there, giving you the little bit of bump. Otherwise, he'd have been in the 23-inch range. All right, let's see what we got for the one here. P1 on the right-hand side. 6 0/8. If I ain't mistaken, that's about what that other one was. All right, let's look at this too. Both of them, you've got these flyers off the back. In the video I did, a little short video, teasing video I did, that has got a lot of attention on YouTube. I called them back scratchers.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm telling you, these things, when I didn't realize it had it in the initial picture that you sent until you sent a picture from the back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all that.
Yeah, when you said 15 scoreboard, I was like, I bet he can't see those back flyers. So that's why I sent that back picture. That's what was so cool about him, especially on the camera. That's how we knew it was him.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was even him until he actually turned this side towards me, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's him. He's got the flyer. So I thought he was, just a regular typical 10 walking in.
So on the P2, I got 6 7/8. That right here kind of, it hung me up because I couldn't hug it right, but I looked at it and I got it lined up perfect where it'll be going right down through here.
Okay.
And that made it 6 7/8. Let's see what we got here. 8 1/8 for the 3. 8 1/8. 7 4/8. Make sure. Yeah. I like it. Sometimes I like to go back and just check everything, make sure it's right. 3 7/8. Now I want to check this one just to see. Oh yeah. 1 1/8. What you got in there, girl? You got in there. 1 1/8.
That's the one I was worried about. So.
That's right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Let's do some irregularity. And I did this one on this side because you want to follow the curve of the point. Okay. And it leans to the inside. So I came to this side on that one. It's just over that 6/8. We can call it 1 7/8. 1 7/8 for the IR1. 1 7/8. Let's grab this little one down here. See what it would come up to. How about that? 2 0/8.
Okay.
2 0/8 for the IR2. Let me check it one more time. Let me look at it one more time just so I can make sure. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Am I on that spot? Right there. Yeah, that's a little over 2. I can call that 2 1/8. I can call that 2 1/8. All right, 2 1/8. Now, y'all, when we got started, she said, don't, you give me what we got. Don't. I said, girl, I ain't going to inflate nothing. She said, Uncle Josh done scored it one time, and I made him go real tight. And I said, all right, well, we ain't going to give him no more than God give him, but and we ain't going to short him none neither. How about 4 1/8? I think that's it. Hold on. Let me get in there. No, 4 0/8. That's 4 0/8 on the IR3. 4 0/8. So let's count the irregular points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go on to the circumference measurements real quick. We ain't got but 4 of them. Always remember, every deer gets 4, even a 6-point. People ask me that all the time. That's the most common question I get. I don't get a 4 circumference measurements out of 8-point or a 6-point. I got to tell them. First circumference measurement, 5 5/8. 5 5/8. I'm going to check that one more time just to make sure that I got the smallest spot. Yep. That's going to be it right there. All right, let's see what this next one comes up to. Come on in there. I'm trying to find, because they're all about, 4 6/8. I went all over that thing. I got 4 6/8. Let's check this one right here. 5 0 on the C3. And then the last one, 5 0, looks like. Yep, it's just over that 4 7. So I can say 5 0/8. 5 0/8. So we got everything but the inside spread. I already got it whooped out. Let's see. I think it's going to be around that. Oh, I got the wrong side. Let's see what we look like. I'm going to come back here because I don't want to block that camera off because I want them to be able to see. A little bit longer than that. Let's see what we got. So we know it's over 19. Let's just see how much. Right there. Let's see. Is that going to be let's see. There we go. Hold on. Whoop, it slipped on me. 20 6/8. 20 6/8. 20 6/8. That's a heck of an inside spread. Going to help that score. 20 6/8. Are you ready to find out what your deer scored?
I'm ready. Let's see it.
Guys, you've seen it all. You've seen these beautiful multiple times. You've seen these beautiful irregular points and that great inside spread along with the big main beams. What do you think the score is? Tell of the tape coming up. All right, guys, we got to tell the tape, and it's impressive. We're going to start on the right-hand side of the rack. Right-hand side main beam, 22 4/8. The longest time was the 3, which is right here at 8 0/8. It had 2 irregular points. One was 3 6/8. One was 5 4/8. Here and here. So, circumference measurements: 5 3/8 on the base, 4 5/8, 5 0/8, 4 6/8. Total inches on the right-hand side, 84 2/8. Then we're going to go to the left-hand side. The left-hand side of the rack is really where this deer started to show out. Main beam is 24 0/8. The longest time was the 3 at 8 1/8. It had 3 irregular points. One was 1 7/8, then it went 2 1/8, and then 4 0/8. Circumference measurements: 5 5/8, then it was 4 6/8, 5 0/8, and 5 0/8. The total inches on the left-hand side of the rack, 85 and 7/8. So when you take out 85 and 7/8 and you add it to the 84 and 2/8, the total inches of antler for this deer right here, 170 and 1/8. And then when you pull in that 20 and 6/8 inch inside spread, you get a Buckmaster score for Miss Jordan Byrnes' deer at 190 and 7/8. You excited about that?
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. So what else you want to say?
We're going to cut that part out. What I want to say right there.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm just thankful the Lord lets me go up there each year. This is my 9th year to be up there and do this. So it's just, I'm thankful and blessed my family, and God allows me to go up there and do this. And soon I'll have a little one I can take up there and let her enjoy, Kansas and all it has to offer. So I'm thankful that Beto finally gave me the chance after watching him for 2 years on camera. So it's been a long time coming. I'm finally glad. I told Uncle Josh, I think it was Sunday night, I said, I don't care who goes down there and hunts this deer and who, I just want my hands on him. So that's what, and Uncle Josh told me, he said, I'm not going down there because I don't want to be the one to kill him, because I don't want you to have to put your hands on my deer. He said, I want you to go down there and kill him. So I'm thankful for him too to let me go down there and hunt him. So
good deal.
Yep.
Well, guys, my name is Greg Hicks. This is Antlers and Hicks. And as always, I want to encourage you guys to live your life past 20 yards. We'll see y'all next time.